will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Makes his connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The inside handoff. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Slings it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the move, It's Etienne. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
From the gun, the ground game. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
Georgia, 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's back. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Bulldogs! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Got it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Georgia going up tempo.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
DB's right up on the receivers. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
And these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's back. Moving away from pressure. He fires it out to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They go to the ground. Shakes off the tackler.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's dealt. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking downfield, it's back. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense were always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The snap sets up to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On 2nd down, he'll fire. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Buys a little extra time. Slips a tackle. Got a man, it's Lovett. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Movement here from the tight end. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Scanning the field, it's back. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Nothing but green ahead. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Quarterback will audible. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. Past the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs! What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yo, 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 yo. You need some time? I'll give you some time.
Great catch and run for 6. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too.
And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. The 10. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Let's go, break. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead here in the 4th. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. To the air, it's Beck. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made after the first down. This senior showing great toughness, takes the hit, and still puts the ball on target. He's going to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He makes a stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. Trying play action. Throwing right. And that one's incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Wants to throw on third down. He's going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
They move the tight end all over. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires to the right. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pass to 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
GG's.
They'll run it on first and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. On second and goal, he gets another chance. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger.